Story time. A month back, I checked out the trailer for this film and I found it interesting. It was supposed to come out in theaters and I had to wait for the OTT release, and I never heard about this film. From no one at all. Radio silence. And as it released on Netflix few days back, I just got one message. Nothing else. No comments, nothing. Just one message from one person asking me to check it out. And after watching the film, I'm really surprised that no one is talking about this film. Let's change that. Hello guys, I'm Mona Prince and today we're talking about the latest Malayalam film, Kuttavum Shikshayum, directed by Rajeev Ravi. The first thing I have to say about this, it's a very realistic police procedural investigation film. Just too realistic. It's really too much at some points. And why wouldn't it be? It's based on a true event where 5 Kerala police officers went to Rajasthan to nab these thieves. And one of the police inspector, whose role is played by Asif Ali in the film, is actually the writer of it, Sibi Thomas. So it had to be ultra realistic because you have a writer who has the first hand experience of it. Now this information is from Wikipedia. I don't know how much truth is there in that. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure they must have taken some creative liberties because you have to make it more dramatized. The film really felt like a western to me. It felt really dry. There's no excess of background music at all. It's one scene after the other, one event after the other, and we just keep going on. There's nothing else. We just keep solving the case throughout the film. And the way the film is shot feels like it's a real footage. The composition, the framing, all of it. And at some point it will get boring, right? But no, not for me. Because seeing how a case is solved, how the police works, was so fascinating. I wanted to see how it happens, and that kept me intact. See, the realism of the film is very subjective. It's based on our assumptions, what we feel real things are like, how a case is solved. Most of us haven't been to police station and see how it's done, right? Most of us are not experts, but it's an assumption that this is how it's done. I know the things that make me believe that the film is very realistic, that it follows hierarchy among the police inspectors. There's a circle inspector, below him are his subordinates. The whole police station doesn't go and solve one case. There are many inspectors, it's divided among them. And finding the clues, investigating, going out, inquiring about different people, it's done by the subordinates. And then they have to report it to their head. And then the head have to report it to their boss. And that's what this film shows. This is how an investigation happens. Take a small thing like tracing someone using their mobile SIM card. In reality, it's done on an Excel sheet. And you're finding out where they were depending on the mobile tower, which the SIM card is connecting to. It's not a GPS tracker going on a map as we see in so many films. And in this film, we see how the police works. Yes, they do. In most films, we don't see them doing anything, right? How they solve a crime, they have so many informers around. They know about all the crimes happening, all the gangsters. They have informers everywhere. And how all of this coexist. It's not black and white, it's all grey. There's one scene which I really liked, where the police goes to a local gangster's house and his wife comes out to stop them from coming in. And then she starts to act as if they are harassing her, so they go. That was really funny and felt so real. And with all these things, the plot flows so organically. Now when they travel to Rajasthan, things change a bit visually as well as acting wise, because now we have Hindi actors and I don't feel like they were really good actors. Either that or the writing and the direction for them were not done well. Most of the Hindi dialogues are overdubbed, I could easily tell. Now I know you need a good budget to get Hindi actors to do those roles because they are small roles. You cannot pay out such a large money to people just for small roles. That's not efficient. But definitely as a Hindi speaker, it was a drawback. Now one thing I really liked was how these 5 Malayalis were alien to this area. And the film really creates the mysterious mood around this place. You feel scared for them, you feel threatened, and it maintains that for a long time until the end. Because it was not easy for them to just go in the village and grab those people. It was really difficult and hard. But to depict that on screen and to maintain that mood is very important, otherwise it doesn't work. But this film really nailed it. The film really talks about what is the job of a police officer. And at the end, after going through so much, they finally got those thieves, but later they are left off. And a question arises to the police. Why are we even doing this? What's the point? We put our lives on line to get them and they're just left like that and they cannot do anything about it. But they're still doing it each and every day because that's their job, that's their duty. Coming to the acting, everyone was really natural. Asif Ali really shines for me. Such an understated performance by him. Alicia Lopez I think is a go-to for these kind of roles. Sharifuddin and Sunny Wen both were really good. The only ones that didn't work were the Hindi actors. Now this is not a film that's for everyone, but I'm a sucker for these kind of films which tell you how things really happen and maintain that mood throughout. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, check out my other video. Hit that like button, share it and subscribe to the channel for more. And I'll see you next time.